You are approaching retirement, or maybe you are already there, and you are terrified. You are lying awake at 3 o'clock in the morning wondering, am I going to be okay? Am I going to outlive my money? And you look at that word on your corporate benefit statement, pension. You think it's a security blanket. You think it's a magical guarantee. But let me tell you something, a pension is only a guarantee if you know exactly how it works, and right now, most of you are totally in the dark about how that monthly check is calculated. You are committing financial infidelity against yourself by guessing your future income. You cannot afford to guess anymore. The number one question I get from people just like you is, Susie, how much money am I actually going to get every month? And your HR department hands you a packet filled with complex formulas and legal jargon that makes your head spin. So you put it in a drawer and you hope for the best. Hope is not a financial plan. Today, we are stripping away the fluff. We are going to break down the exact math behind how defined benefit pensions are calculated so that you can take control of your destiny. There are 3 components to a standard pension calculation. Write these down. Grab a pen and paper right now. The 3 variables are your years of service, your benefit multiplier, and your final average salary. Let's start with the first one, years of service. This isn't just the number of years you've walked into the building. This is the exact number of years and months you have actively participated in the pension plan. If you took a leave of absence, if you worked part-time for a stretch, or if you left the company and came back, your numbers might be lower than you think. Every month counts. If you are a federal employee under FERS, even your unused sick leave can be converted into additional service time to boost this number. You need to know your exact credited service time down to the decimal point. The second component is the benefit multiplier, sometimes called the accrual rate. This is a percentage set by your specific employer or pension plan, and it usually ranges somewhere between 1% and 2.5%. For example, many government and corporate plans use a standard 1.5% or 2% multiplier. This number represents how much of your salary you earn as a benefit for every single year you work. If your multiplier is 2% and you work for 30 years, your replacement rate is 60% of your salary. The third and final piece of the puzzle is your final average salary, or FAS. Now, pay attention, because this is where so many people get tripped up and make devastating mistakes. Your final average salary is not your highest peak salary or your final year's salary. In most pension plans, it is the average of your highest consecutive 36 months or 60 months of earnings, typically your last 3 to 5 years of employment. And remember, this usually only includes your base pay. It generally does not include your overtime, your bonuses, or your stock options. If you took a pay cut in your final years to take it easy before retirement, you might have accidentally lowered your pension baseline without realizing it. So, how do we put these 3 pieces together? The universal formula is simple: years of service multiplied by your benefit multiplier, multiplied by your final average salary equals your annual pension benefit. Let's look at a real-world example so you can see the math in action. Let's say you worked for a company for 25 years. Your plan uses a 2% multiplier. And your final average salary over your highest consecutive years was $80,000. Take your 25 years and multiply it by the 2% multiplier. That gives you 50%. That means your pension is designed to replace exactly half of your final average income. Now, multiply that 50% by your $80,000 final average salary. The math gives you $40,000 a year. Divide that by 12 months, and your guaranteed monthly pension check before taxes is $3,333. It sounds beautifully simple, doesn't it? But do not get comfortable yet, because there are hidden traps waiting to slash that monthly check, and you need to be aware of them before you sign your retirement papers. The biggest trap is early retirement reductions. Every pension plan has a normal retirement age. If you decide to pull the trigger and retire early, say at age 55 or 60 instead of the plan's normal age of 65, the plan will permanently reduce your monthly payout. They do this because they know they will have to pay you for more years over your lifetime. A typical reduction can be as high as 5% or 6% for every single year you retire early. If you retire just 3 years too early, you could permanently wipe out 15% to 18% of your monthly income for the rest of your life. You must check your plan's specific age thresholds. The second trap is the survivor benefit option. The baseline calculation I just gave you is usually for a single life annuity, meaning the money is paid out only for as long as you live. The day you die, the money stops completely, leaving your spouse with absolutely nothing. If you want to make sure your husband or wife is taken care of after you're gone, you have to choose a joint and survivor annuity. When you choose this option, the pension plan will automatically reduce your initial monthly check, often by 10% to 15%, to cover the cost of continuing to pay your spouse after your passing. It is a beautiful, necessary choice to protect the person you love, but you must factor that reduction into your retirement budget today. Your immediate, actionable takeaway right now is to stop guessing. Do not look at old statements. Your homework this week is to log into your employee benefits portal or call your HR department and request an official, up-to-date pension benefit estimate statement. I want you to look at the exact numbers they have on file for your credited service years, your specific multiplier, and how they calculate your final average salary. Verify every single line item. If you see a discrepancy in your years of service, fix it now while you are still employed. Run multiple scenarios, look at what you get if you retire today, what you get if you wait until your normal retirement age, and what the numbers look like with a 50% or 100% survivor benefit attached. You have worked too hard and too long to let poor planning stand between you and the secure retirement you deserve. Know your numbers, understand your formula, and protect your future. Because nobody is going to care about your money more than you do.